Hi, my name is Sydney, and you are watching TOS. Today's story is about survival, strength, and healing, a story that shocked the world nearly a decade ago. In 2015, Ellie Wilkins became the victim of one of the most disturbing crimes imaginable, a fetal abduction. Now, 10 years later, she's finally opening up in a powerful new interview and documentary segment, sharing how she turned her trauma into purpose. Ellie was 7 months pregnant when she responded to a Craigslist ad, hoping to buy baby clothes. But what happened next was beyond comprehension. The woman behind the ad, Danelle Lane, had staged a fake pregnancy and lured Ellie into her home. There, Ellie was brutally attacked, and her unborn baby was forcibly cut from her womb. Against all odds, Ellie survived the assault, but her daughter, whom she named Aurora, tragically did not.
In her emotional interview with People, Ellie recounted those haunting moments, waking up in pain, realizing something terrible had happened, and finding the strength to call 911. She described how her only thought was survival, not for herself, but for her baby. Though she lost Aurora, that moment of courage saved her own life. Ellie's journey didn't end there. She later testified in court against her attacker, facing the woman who had tried to take everything from her. The trial was painful but also empowering, a step toward reclaiming her voice and demanding justice for Aurora. Danelle Lane was sentenced to prison, and Ellie's bravery became a symbol of resilience for survivors of unimaginable violence. In the years since, Ellie has undergone extensive therapy and worked tirelessly on her recovery, both physical and emotional. The trauma was deep, but so was her determination. Today, she has turned her pain into purpose by becoming a therapist herself, helping others who have endured trauma and loss. She says her mission now is to make sure no one feels alone in their healing process. The case of Ellie Wilkins remains one of the most widely known examples of fetal abduction, an extremely rare crime, with only about 25 to 30 documented cases in the U.S. since the 1970s. Most involve women pretending to be pregnant, targeting expectant mothers, and luring them through online ads or social interactions. Ellie's story has since been featured in podcasts and documentaries, including Fetal Abduction, a true crime podcast which explores not just the crimes themselves, but the survivors who live to tell their stories. Her courage continues to inspire awareness campaigns and educational programs focused on trauma recovery, victim protection, and community support. Now, nearly 10 years later, Ellie reflects not just on what was taken from her, but on what she has built since. Through advocacy, therapy, and storytelling, she's helping others find hope after horror. She says healing isn't about forgetting what happened. It's about learning to live again, stronger than before. Ellie Wilkins' story is heartbreaking, but it's also a reminder of the incredible power of survival and resilience. She endured one of the darkest crimes imaginable, but today, she stands as a light for others walking through their own darkness. Thank you for watching. I'm Sydney, and this is TOS. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. And remember, even in tragedy, stories like Ellie's remind us that healing is always possible.